Hey everyone, what you're about to listen to is a slice discussion from the podcast that my friend John and I do called Hi Mom. We discuss various things, but we'll usually have a main topic. This is the main topic for that episode. If you want to listen to the full episode, we are available on podcast hosting apps like Apple, Spotify, and many more. I'll leave links in the description so that you can pick and choose where you want to listen to us for the full episodes. Thank you, and enjoy. But let's get into season 3 of Castlevania, man. I'm super excited.
Into it. Me too, dude.
All right.
I really love this season.
Okay, you just answered my question. So you like this season?
Yes, I did.
Jonathan, I loved this season.
Oh.
Like, Jonathan, I was ready to text you when I finished season 3, and I was just like, dude, I want to start season 4 already. But of course, I wanted to save it to tell you here, since I wasn't feeling season 2.
Yeah, I looking back, season 2 is not the best.
No, I mean,
I mean, we you kind of pointed it out, and I kind of agreed at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like compared to season 3, it's...
Dude, I feel like they course corrected. I feel like they looked back on it on season 2, and they were like, okay, yeah, let's not have Carmilla be the main villain. Let's not have her be like just girl Dracula, and instead they found a way to kind of like push her into the background, and they're like, yeah, she's still a problem. We'll get to her eventually, but this season we're not gonna worry about her, and instead we're gonna introduce these other characters, and we're gonna go ahead and put Trevor and Silpha. Oh my god, I gotta talk about Silpha. So I kept calling her Sylphie. And apparently her name is Silpha.
Silpha Vilnades.
Yeah. And they found an interesting way to like have a story with Trevor and Silpha that has to do, or it's connected to Isaac, but then Isaac is off doing his own thing. Hector's off doing his own thing.
Or having somebody make him do his own thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure. And then Alucard is like he has his own storyline going on. Like,
dude, we'll get to Alucard.
Yeah, I mean, I have things to say about Alucard as well.
Same.
But I liked what they did. That it like, I really, really, really like this. And does it feel like the writers of the Castlevania series are a bit nihilistic?
I don't know if that's the way I would take it.
How would you take it?
I think they're going for a certain genre aesthetic, if you will. They're going for like a dark fantasy, and that's what they're giving us.
Yeah,
and the thing with dark fantasy, it tends to be that way.
Like nihilistic.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever played Dark Souls?
No.
Okay, that's like the epitome of a dark fantasy game, and dude, it's bleak. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's a fun game, and to be honest, I've never finished any one of them.
Okay.
I always struggle with that because it's such a hard game, but yeah, it's a dark world. And then you like anime? I don't know if you've seen Berserk.
No, Berserk is kind of like my gap.
Is your gap okay?
Yeah, well, it's just because I heard that they haven't had a good anime adaptation, and I just haven't sat down to read the manga.
Yeah, and then the author just recently died too, so
yeah, R.I.P. man, R.I.P.
Yeah, I don't know. It's God damn it, it's not gonna have an ending probably. So it sucks, but it's such a great story.
I believe
it's
you.
So great.
Believe.
But again, it's dark and pretty hopeless.
Yeah,
a lot of the time.
All right, I mean, I can see what you're saying, and I agree with you. It's just because it's like Like, all right, screw it, man. I'm jumping to the very end. At the very end, when like all is like said and done with Silpha and Trevor, and like Silpha, she's like, you know, she's resting her head on Trevor, and she's like so defeated. She's just like, it wasn't supposed to be this way, and he you know, Trevor tells her like, yeah, well, the last few weeks we were living your life, adventures and, you know, adventures and fun and stuff, and now we're living mines. And I was just like, fuck. And
dude, I don't know why that reminded me of Rick and Morty. Mm-hmm. When they go on an adventure, it's like, it's the opening scene or whatever.
Yeah.
And it just ends up being into like a spaceship shootout. They finish whatever, they get medals.
I know which one you're talking about.
They end up in the car and they're just crying like, oh my god, that was terrible. What the fuck?
yeah, that's the episode where they go to the spa, right? And then like they have like the stress versions of themselves, or the toxic versions of themselves, and like Morty goes off to be like on Wall Street.
I think that's...
Yeah, I know which episode that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that line reminded you of that.
No, you talking about it.
Oh, okay.
Just reminded me of it.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then,
but yeah, it's got the same vibes, dude. Because they're like,
she's so defeated.
It is what it is. Yeah.
And Trevor basically says that it is what it is. Like, welcome to my world.
Yeah.
And like, man, I really, really want to see. I really, really want to see what like a prequel with Trevor. Like, I want to see how he grew up. You know, like how he got to this point. You know, where we got at.
That would be great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want to see also like maybe a little one episode dedicated to each of them.
Like a little special. Yeah, like a little special. Yeah.
One to Alucard, one to Trevor, one to Silpha.
Yeah.
It'd be great because I want to know how she learned magic.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, that would be great. I would love that too. Spending a little bit of time with each of the characters, you know.
Yeah.
We can get one on Isaac too, and we can get one on Hector, and. You know.
I mean, they sort of gave one like very rough though.
Yeah, they did a quick one for Isaac. With Hector, they kind of just described it in season 2, but
yeah,
it's fine, whatever. I just want that Trevor one. I really want to see like how Trevor gets there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like what happened with him. All right, John, so what characters? Okay, so these new characters, what did you guys think? What did you think of them? Like, okay, we got the judge. Let's talk about the judge. You want to talk about the judge, or you want to save the judge?
What a twist! What a twist with him,
dude. And I seen it when that little kid. All right,
same.
So, like the judge has to do with why Silpha was so defeated at the end. The judge being because you know, he turned out to be just as twisted as the people that they were trying to save this town from, that they were trying to help him, you know?
Yeah, he just liked order and stuff too much. And he took his little pleasures. And yeah, dude, like when they did that little flashback with Trevor talking to him, it was like, oh, that's what it was. But yeah, no, I saw it coming too. It was episode 7, wasn't it?
With the little boy. Yeah. What he said, when he said, "Go past the point your parents tell you not to go," and I was just like, oh, yeah, he's sending him off. He's sending him off to die. And then it was sus.
For me, it was like a little after that, like literally 10-20 seconds after that, when he keeps talking, because then he says, don't tell anyone where you're going. He tells the little boy not to tell anyone.
Yeah, he did say that.
That's the big red flag.
That was what confirmed it for me. But the go past the point where your parents tell you not to go to, you know, and my apple tree or whatever. and and dude, and like they're like thinking back in hindsight, like there's definitely those flags out there, you know, and you know that like the show takes the time to actually show us those red flags, but like when he said that like I'll be damned if I let a children run around in my town, like that did stick out to me, because that was like what a specific term of phrasing, you know, like for his like need to have control. So then when like the show actually took the time to show us this kid running and him doing something about it, I was just like, oh yeah, no, this guy's killing the kids. And so I already knew when the guy, I think his name was Silas, the one that was part of the church, the one that was running at the end, and he was just like oh, run off past my apple tree, you'll be safe there, or something like that. I was just like, dude, he's sending him off to die, just like the kid.
Yeah, well, I mean, that episode with the kid, I had my suspicions with what I told you, but there's a part where when Trevor goes to his house, right before they show Trevor going to his house, he's like doing something, like washing his hands like real frantically.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
He's cleaning himself. Yeah,
I didn't catch that.
And it's I don't know if it's obvious or anything, but it's like, what are you doing? Like, yeah, he's like scared. He's like scared, and you can see it in his face.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. Damn, that's crazy. Okay, so like when he's dying and he tells Silpha to burn his house down, I was just like, you guys better go in there. You guys, like, we need to see what's in there. Why would he tell him to burn the house down?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was a little disappointed with what they found. I was expecting bodies and whatnot.
Yeah, it seemed a little, like, it was certainly dark.
Anticlimactic. Yeah,
it was dark, but yeah, it could have been worse. I was, like, expecting, like, I don't know, maybe, like, a children's skull. No, I don't know what I was expecting, but just, like the children's clothes, that was kind of, like, in, like framed, right? Yeah. No, not in the pit.
No, he had shoes. He had shoes. The shoes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's how Silpha recognized it, because the kid in that episode, he was wearing bright red shoes, and they were there.
Oh, all right, I get it. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was shoes, but I also thought it was like clothing too, because because when they found the bones, like, I don't think you see the clothes. No, I don't think you do.
I didn't notice that.
But yeah, and I noticed the shoes for certain, but I also thought it was like the outfits, like he was like.
Yeah, I mean, probably, but you got to think, like, why that? Why is that your trophy?
The shoes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe the whole running around. It's like, these shoes aren't gonna be running around my town anymore.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, like, the whole point is that, you know, he was just as twisted as, you know, these people that are trying to resurrect Dracula. Whoa, speaking of that, let's talk about them.
The crazy priests.
Yeah.
Do you think, what was it? Did they get hypnotized or?
Yeah, okay, so Silpha said that the night crawlers, I think that's what they're called? Night crawlers or night creatures?
Night creatures.
Night creatures, I think is what they say. That the night creatures have the power to hypnotize people. And it seems like that's what happened. Okay. But, like, I kind of want to go back and rewatch that initial episode where he's filling them in on, you know, something weird going on in the church.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't paying close enough attention to see where they stood prior to the capture of that night creature. So, like, were they already on the side of Dracula? And they were hypnotized?
Or was it? Yeah. Well, I mean, it might be that they already were, because
and maybe that's why they were, like, so susceptible?
Yeah. Well, because another one of the new characters, Count Saint Germain.
Yeah.
You know, all those books that he was reading, he was talking about like, oh, somebody here is not just trying to learn about hell, they're trying to open a passage to hell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't know, I don't think they would have had time to collect all those books. You know,
in that short amount of time between
between the death of Dracula and the night creature being there.
Yeah,
because I you know, you have to think that those are like forbidden books, maybe.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be really hard to find them. So that's, and the amount of books they had, it's kind of like a labor of years.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, and I also think it makes sense that these people or this church, you know, being followers of Dracula, is like a realistic angle for like these people, because it's like this show's version of like, you know, Satanists, because like they even like, you know, they have the cross in the church, but it's upside down.
Yeah. Poor Jesus, man. Probably had a headache.
All the blood going in his head. But yeah, so I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like that the writers decided to take this angle, you know, because it's like, oh, look, we have the corrupt church in season 1, but now in season 3 we have a church that is on the opposite end of, you know, the season 1's church's like stance, beliefs, if that makes sense. Yeah, beliefs. And yeah, so like it restored my faith in this show, because I was like, okay, yeah, they certainly know how to do layers, you know, like they make this world feel realistic, and that there isn't just the church, like there's also other types of churches, you know, and Vlad Dracula being, you know, this opposing, menacing figure on the social conscience, that like, yeah, of course he's gonna have his their followers. It's like that episode of Rick and Morty where they have there's like that head, like where they do the song. I can't remember it, but you know, there's like the head that's part of like American Idol, but for like the universe, and like Summer and like a bunch of like the people. They started
show
church.
Me what you got.
Yes. I was blanking on what it is that he was saying, but yeah, you remember that they like started a group following the head. They started a religion for the head.
Yeah, I remember that. Wasn't it Rick's Morty's teacher? The was like the head of it or something.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but you know, like in Rick and Morty, it was like, it was a gag, it was a joke, you know, it's poking fun of it. But like here, you know, it's a real thing, you know, they're not playing it up for laughs. It's just like, yeah, these things happen, and here's an example of it happening in you know, this part of town or this place on wherever they're at this time, you know.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. People are so susceptible to weird ideas.
Yeah, everybody's got to find something to believe in.
Yeah, I mean, some of my favorite, you know, a little throwback to one of my favorite podcasts, Time Suck. Some of my favorite episodes are the cult ones.
Okay.
For that same reason, because like, I don't know, man, you have to think about the sort of mental state all these people were in order to not only like fall prey to the people to like the leaders of the cult, but like also like just give themselves into it. Yeah, like they give their possessions up, they give up contact with their family, they just like go in it full throttle.
Yeah, it's wild, man. But like I want to say that these people, they were there, they fell victim to it because they were already followers of Dracula, and so when the night creature made its way into the town, it was able to hypnotize them, just as Silpha said. And what I liked about the way that the show handled it was that it didn't absolve them of anything. Like, they were still punished, and they still got what was coming to them because because of what had happened. You know, it's like Silpha, like Silpha was like, okay, like, yeah, sure, they might be the victims here, but that doesn't mean that we're gonna just let them continue doing what they're doing. We're gonna put a stop to this. They do put a stop to it, but because of like the circumstances and the world that they live in, like, they were like, ultimately they were still punished for it. You know, like Silas still ended up dying.
Yeah, well, I mean,
and that was, you know, because of the feud with him and the judge.
Yeah, I mean, one of the good things to come out of such a grim world is that people get what they deserve.
Basically. Yeah. So when I seen the episode where it ends with them opening up that portal, and you start, like, it starts taking you through hell, and you just see Dracula and his wife like cuddled up, I was just like, oh yes! Oh!
I mean, he's coming back. I'm sure he's coming back. He has to. I mean, Dracula. You really can't talk about vampires without bringing up Dracula.
Yeah, they weren't able to resurrect him this season, and you know, good, because I mean that's the whole point of Trevor's mission, right? To not let this guy resurrect. Also, I really just want to say though that when Saint Germain finds out, like, or he's looking at the portal and he's trying to close it or redirect it, when he's just like, who is this going for? And then he sees Dracula and his wife, and he's just like, Vlad Dracula Tepes, that guy, like, oh, like, he was like annoyed by the fact
it's like, god damn it, this guy is dead and he's still causing us problems.
Yeah.
How dare you, like, you immortal, sadistic son of a bitch.
I saw it more like, I was like, you damn plebs. Oh man. Saint Germain, he was fun, but
he was a fun character, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely can't wait to see what his deal is. He's clearly up to something, and they didn't choose to answer it in this season, and that's fine. I didn't need it answered, but I'm looking forward to his return.
Hopefully there is a return, yeah, because he left for someone through the portal that he had lost before.
Yeah,
who that person is, we don't know.
So after I finished watching season 3, I watched the season 4 recap, and like, just to kind of show me, like, okay, what's really going to be important moving forward, and they brought up Saint Germain was in that recap, so I know that I'm certain that his story is going to become relevant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good. I really like that character, and you know why I liked them?
Why?
Initially, the first time I watched it, because of the voice actor.
Oh, who's the voice actor?
Bill Nighy.
Oh, I don't know him.
Yeah, you do. You just have to see his picture.
Oh, okay. All right. That's cool. I liked him because of, like, his interaction with the Apple merchant. Where he's like, there were a coin yesterday, and then she was like, well, there are 3 coins today. And it was like, and so what happened between yesterday and today? What apocalypse could have occurred that the coin, that the price of an apple went up by by 2? Like, I was like, oh, he's gonna be a fun character, and he was fun.
He was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
I like his whole anecdote telling. Every time he would tell an anecdote, it was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, this guy's so he's so cocky about, like, he's
worldly.
Yes.
That's the thing. He's been everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's arrogant about it.
Yeah, I like the one where he was talking about, like, they did a decoction for to cure something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, they made a really great drink using a bunch of ingredients, and it's like, but we don't remember the exact recipe because we all woke up 3 weeks later naked in Latvia.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I want this guy to come back, and I hope he does.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay, so
Alucard. Let's hit up on Alucard, dude.
you want to go with Alucard, or you want to go with Hector or Isaac?
Hector first.
Cool. Let's start with Hector then. I don't think I was ready to start with Hector.
No.
No.
All right. So, last season he was basically made a slave by Carmilla and taken to her castle.
So.
And
No, I know. I think I'm ready. Man, Hector, he's easily manipulated, and he just continues to be manipulated, right?
And they called it out, both Dracula and, well, mostly Dracula, because he called them naive. You know, he's still very trusting.
Yeah. So, like, that's why I'm interested in, like, how did Hector come to serve Dracula? He learned his lesson with Carmilla. Like, he went into that castle naked, and, like, treated, like, not even an animal. Like, they just treated him like that thing, you know? And, like, they had him naked, they were giving him rotten bread, like, it had maggots in it and stuff, and like just because, like, some pretty vampire comes and starts talking to him, like, he was able to drop his guard all over again.
Yeah. What an idiot. Like, I get it, but what an idiot.
Right. So
I felt sorry for him up until that point when he started trusting
Lenore,
yeah. Because it's like, come on, dude. Like, you know what they're doing.
Yeah, and she made it, like, very clear. She made it absolutely clear. I am loyal to my sisters. She's like, I am not about to betray them.
Mm-hmm.
She said it up front, and, like, he still chose to he still chose to trust her when he shouldn't have.
Yeah, there's a perfect word to describe him in Spanish.
What is it?
Pendejo.
Yeah.
Like, just that the amount of naivete that he showed, like,
yeah, he just,
it was mind blowing, and then he gets tricked.
I think what it comes to him, though, is that, like, I think that he's a character that grew up with so little human connections.
Yeah, that too.
Human connections, or authentic human connections, that when he does receive a little bit of care or a little bit of like they're bringing him into their circle,
mm-hmm.
he like just drops his guard down, because I think that he, like, just failed, or he just grew up without it and maybe craving it. Because, I mean, like, that's what happened last season with Carmilla. Carmilla kind of, like, filled him in, like, kind of made him think, like, hey, look at it this way, you know? And, like, she, like if she was going to be putting this guy, like, to work side by side with her, and then it
mm-hmm.
didn't end up panning that way. And then, you know, this girl, she's doing it too, like, oh, like, you know, basically she was just fixing Carmilla's mess. And, like, they pointed it out, like, all the characters, like Carmilla, like, she messed up, like there's no way that this guy's gonna help you. He's not in a rush to do you any favors after the way you treated him on the way here. And so, you know,
and, like, honestly, if I were her, I wouldn't want him to try to help me either, because, like, anything he did would benefit him more than
mm-hmm.
it would benefit me. You know, because like his whole thing is like making night creatures, but they're gonna be loyal to him.
Yeah,
because he's the Forge Master.
Right. Yeah, and man, what a clever way! What a super clever way that this girl got him. I mean, like it was. I mean, the whole like treating him better, giving him like a nice, like a better cell, getting him books and stuff to like so that he can learn new magic and stuff like all of that. It's obvious, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But when she's really started like the seduction and stuff, and like she shows off the ring, and like she like just like, oh, we all wear this ring, and then like telling him that like, oh, I like you, I really want us to be together, and oh man, like that was intense. And like when he finally got when he got caught by her trap,
it was,
I gotta give it to her, man. She's a genius.
She got him. Well, I mean, she got congratulated by all her sisters.
Yeah, and
they were very, very pleased.
And I find her, I like her 1,000 times better than Carmilla.
Yeah, Carmilla's just power hungry.
Yeah,
but this girl, she's subtle.
She's so
in the way that she moves.
Yeah, and like not only that, like she has the cute face. Like when they introduce her in the character, like she looks like she'd just be like the soft spoken like little sister type. Like when they first introduce her, before she actually starts speaking, Mm-hmm. Like that's the image that they convey with her, like being super happy that Carmilla's back. But then like once you actually start seeing her, like, oh, she's layered too. She moves in different ways, and that I think is how they save this whole Carmilla arc, like saving this whole like Carmilla being like the central villain or being the replacement to Dracula, because like the season like spent a lot of time talking shit on Carmilla, that she's so narrow focused and she does not see the bigger picture. She does not know how to move for the greater benefit, that these other 3 vampires are basically cleaning up her messes as she lays them. That she's like kind of like a big picture kind of gal, but she's not good at the execution. She
doesn't do detail oriented.
No.
At all.
No.
She's like a freaking freight train, like doesn't matter what's in front of it. It's going to go through it.
Yeah. Yeah, and so it's basically the job of these 3 other vampires to course correct if they need to, or to make sure that they dot those I's and cross those T's for her.
Yeah.
And like the whole Hector storyline with these living in this castle with these vampires, it was it like really saved how I saw those characters. He's an idiot, but I don't know. I liked it.
No, I get it. It's just the subtle movements of Lenore that really saved that the storyline.
Yeah, and I like Lenore.
I like her too. I really like the big one.
Oh, okay, I know which one you're talking about. I just don't know them by names.
Riga, I think that's her name.
And the other one was like with an ST, right? I don't know.
Something. She's forgettable at the moment. But yeah, I like the big one because I feel like she's gonna be a major.
I think that she's gonna be a powerhouse.
Yeah, she looks like it.
Yeah,
it's all muscles, dude.
Yeah, she looks like a tank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then like the betrayal with Lenore, like there were signs too, like not from Lenore but like from the other sisters, like because they were talking, the 2 of them that are a couple, not Lenore and not Carmilla, but those 2, the big one and the other one,
Riga and the other girl.
They're in a relationship together, right? And they're basically like plotting against Carmilla, right?
I wouldn't say plotting against her. They're more like fixing her plan.
I don't know. I thought I saw something in there that maybe I'm misremembering, but like I thought I saw something in there that about them like planning to when Carmilla's gonna mess up so badly somehow that it just be best in their interest. It would be in their best interest to just basically wipe her out, get her out of the picture.
No, I didn't see that.
Okay.
I don't think that's what it was. No, because the one that's the organizer.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just call her that. She was telling Riga or Briga that hey, like this plot of land that we're trying to take over, it's not a kingdom, it's an empire.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You remember that part?
Yeah.
They were mentioning, she's like, so you're not going to be leading an army, you're going to be leading an imperial guard.
Okay. All right, maybe.
And so yeah, and that's what they were talking about, because like they're like, how we're going to do it, and they're like, Briga, she's like, well, we're going to need this and this, we're going to need money, we're going to need all these things. And then the organizer was talking about like, well, I already figured some of those calculations out, because that's my job.
Oh, okay. All right. I guess I'll. Whatever. Not a big deal. I believe you, and fair point. Fair enough. Like I'm not gonna like argue. Be like, no, Jonathan. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, but no. Yeah, this Lenora just basically like stole the show for me. She was my favorite part of this season, and when she like gets this guy, and she's like, and he's all mad. He's like you made me your slave. You made me your slave. Like what the hell? My life is over. And she's like, I didn't make you my slave. I made you my pet. I was like, oh, you pesky vampire.
She said it with like such conviction. Like that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. And dude, poor Hector.
Yeah, and she's like, yeah, I got him to pledge his loyalty to me. She's like, really? I was like, well, yeah, granted, I mean, he was in me at the time.
Yeah. And he's in the room. He's trying to talk. She's like, the real people are talking. Right
yes.
now.
Oh my god.
Dude, that was so fucked up. I was like, God damn, she has no chill.
Yeah, I was like, oh, girl.
Dude, these poor Forge Masters like really have it shitty.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing goes well. Well, I mean, things go well for Isaac to a point, but like they just have shitty lives.
Yeah. Yeah, the Trevor and Lindenfield storyline and this storyline with Hector are like my two favorites of this season. Like I think it's like everything else, it's after this is just basically gonna be kind of like but yeah, no chill like you said, and I can't wait to see more of that. Like it was like this stuff is like, I was like, oh, I can't wait to get to the next season.
No, I know, it's great.
Yeah, she had it all plotted season. Out, and
yeah.
But all right, so Isaac, and then we can finish with Alucard, or what?
Yeah, let's go with Isaac. Isaac's doing well for himself at the moment.
Yeah, I don't have anything negative to say about the Isaac storyline. I also don't have like a whole lot of like not
praise for it. Like,
yeah,
it's not that you're negative, it's just like it's good.
Yeah.
That's it. I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like his storyline was just a progression.
Yeah.
In the right direction.
Yes, that's
for
definitely.
Sure, but it's not too notable.
No. I mean, I thought it was really cool how he can forge while fighting, with like the action scenes with oh my god, the action scenes in Lindenfield. Oh my god, I'm just like remembering with Sofa and Trevor, like there's like one
Silpha's fight scenes are the best.
They're sick, dude. They're sick.
Dude, one of the things I forgot to mention, or I don't know if I did mention it, but the vampire general with the turban
in the last season.
In the last season, when she splits him in half with ice.
Yeah.
Oh, chef's kiss, dude. That was beautiful.
Yeah, she had good moments too when she was fighting some of the demons in the basement and stuff. Trevor too. There's like one scene specifically where Trevor does like. I have to show it to you. I have to like tell you exactly where it's at.
The double whips.
Yeah, the double whips. And like where like it catches on fire.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, oh, so good. It was so good. Like when you were telling me last week, we were like, yeah, the fight scenes, the action scenes in this season, like, yeah, they were good, but I think I appreciated them more this season.
This season?
Yeah.
No, I get it. I mean, getting back on track with Isaac, I think the last fight scene he had was really great too.
Oh yeah, that was a great sequence.
It was a literal ball of humanity.
Yes.
And the magician he was a magician, right? That was controlling
the imagery, Jonathan, dude, with those crowns.
He was, dude, right?
Yes, like that was a trip to see.
It was very on the nose, because they look like thorn crowns, basically.
Yeah,
that were mind controlling people.
Yeah.
And then this freaking magician is using these people. He literally makes a ball of humanity float in the air, and then he uses them as ammo.
Yeah.
To like throw at Isaac while Isaac is running at him. Dude, that shit was like, it blew my mind, because it's like how little regard this freaking person has for life, that he just throws people as fodder. Like, he's just throwing them.
Yes. I agree. I'm smiling because I agree with you so much. Yes. The whole sequence, that entire thing, like I was just like, I wasn't blinking watching it. I was just like, oh my gosh. And like you know, the magician that he ran into before, you know, in that empty town.
The blind lady?
Yeah, the blind lady. She's just like, yeah, go ahead and help them, because they'd appreciate it. It's better than where they're at now. And then when you actually see the state that these people are in, and the way that this magician is treating them, like, oh snaps. Like I was gonna actually ask you while you were talking, so would you say that Isaac is a bit of an anti-hero?
I'd agree with that.
Yeah,
I would agree with that. Yeah, he's trying to like stay, because throughout the story, he's like, the whole thing with him is like people being rude, and that's when he pops off.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, because you know,
stay on his own track.
If people treat him well, then he'll leave you alone. And then, you know, like the guy gave him a mirror and you know, helped him out and stuff, and you know, he was just like, oh, you know, if you guys like every time that I think that there's a chance for humanity, one of you guys go and act so effing rude. And then he, you know, goes and kills them and stuff. But yeah, so, and then he like didn't necessarily save this town, because he ended up just recruiting them for his army. But but in a way he did liberate them, because, you know, he got rid of the magician.
He just killed them. He just liberated them from life, basically.
Yeah, which is weird, because he like, it's not necessarily a good thing, but you know, it was, because
it works. It works in this world.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, and when the magician, when he finally gets up to that tower and that magician manages to get a crown on Isaac, I was just like, no, Isaac, come on, do it. Come on.
You got this. You got the willpower, bro.
Oh, come on. You're just like that lady. You're just like her. Like, he can't control you. And then sure enough, when he like manages to like slice that break the crown with his forge knife, I was just like, yes.
Yeah, that part was satisfying. He goes in, he just like, boom, stabs him, lifts him up in the air.
Yeah, that
and then you just see all the people that were floating just start to fall to the ground, dude.
Dude, that was sick, right?
Yeah.
Like the animation there, like where you have bodies like falling down. Yeah, falling down like in the foreground of the camera. And then in the windows of the other side of the tower, you see them falling on that side too. Like so you like they did a really good job of just showcasing all of these bodies just falling from every direction from the ground, like as if it was rain.
Yeah, it was crazy, dude.
Yeah. Like makes me wonder like how many total people he had up in that ball of humanity. Who cares?
It was big. It was big.
It was huge. It was huge.
It was like a town, I'm pretty sure.
It was like Genki Dama size. A spirit.
Yes, that's a perfect analogy. Yeah. That's a perfect size comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was huge. Just.
But yeah, definitely this whole sequence, I think that was like the highlight of Isaac's story. Like Isaac's story was good. It was in a, like you said, it went it progressed in a good direction. And then we did get like a really satisfying conclusion to his story arc in this season.
Yep.
I mean, his story arc isn't over, but like at least what they were setting out to tell in this story, I think it was good. And
with Isaac, Isaac, there's only good things coming, I feel.
Yeah, and just to finish off on Isaac, like I like the interaction with the I really like the interaction with that captain. When he was like telling him like, it was like, stop living other people's stories. Like you are a man of like, you're
power,
like
basically. Yeah,
like you have what it takes to be the man. Just don't be the one that's following this other guy, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, so, and I think that he's in that direction. He's going that way.
That's what we want. That's definitely what we want.
Yeah, because I watched
Isaac as a character has a lot of potential.
Mm-hmm.
To become a threat.
Yeah,
to anyone really, and
he's definitely the opposite of Hector, and I can see why Isaac says that he didn't care for Hector in season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you can see just how these two characters contrast when you compare them, since they have the same powers basically.
Yeah, Isaac is the better of the two.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
Nah, right. Isaac's cool. Hector's a dummy, but I like the storyline too, but only because of Lenore.
You want to know what story I like the most?
Which one?
Alucard.
Did you?
His storyline was my favorite.
Really?
It was because it was heart-wrenching.
Okay.
So,
I know exactly where you're coming from now.
Mm-hmm. You have these Japanese twins trying to kill that Japanese vampire
who's already dead,
killed by Sofa, OG. And they're trying to like learn how to kill monsters.
Yeah.
But then you have this other part of Alucard, because they come to Alucard, and then you have this other part of Alucard, and he's just lonely, dude. He's so alone, and it's so sad.
I love the way that they reintroduce his character in this season, where he has his Trevor and Silpha dolls.
And they're just talking shit.
Yeah, and he's just like he basically like he has these guys is like caricatured, like to their basic personality, but like what got me was that like, has it really only been a month? This poor guy. But yeah, that's a good way of setting up Alucard for where we leave off with him at the end of this season.
It got me, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, it really got me.
So go ahead.
Yeah, he's so trusting of these people.
So I really, really pondered on the Alucard finale for it. Like I really, really like for the most part, like with these other characters, like I got it from watching it, but with the Alucard one, it kind of left me thinking a little bit. I had to kind of like sit back and I guess make the connections, analyze it, digest it, and Alucard. I think that his whole point in this season, because I really thought that at some point we were gonna get with him to meet up with Trevor and Silpha.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, I think we got a story about how Alucard is just like his dad.
He wants. I think I know what you mean, because he wants to. He believes in humanity.
He wants to believe in humanity with the way that his mother was trying to get his father to see humanity. And so he doesn't want to be like his dad, where he's like, just trying to destroy humanity. So he tries to put his faith in it just the way that his mother was trying to get his dad to do. And when he does, and it comes and bites him in the ass, he responds the same way that his father did.
Impaling them in the ass.
Yeah. And
yeah, basically.
And like he says, when he's like at the end, when he's walking up back into his, when he's walking back into his castle or home or whatever, and he's just like, I probably could have been like, I probably could have put some signs out, but this works too, right, dear old dad? And like that got me. That got me.
No, yeah, that part gets me, but I think the part that gets me the most is when they have him tied up in the bed. Oh, because so you have the seduction scene, right? And they're trying to get him enough to trap him.
Mm-hmm.
And then so they start so that contraption was crazy, dude, because like it went through the bed and everything.
Yeah.
Those wires, and then you just see his face so disappointed because he's so sad about what he's about to do, because they're about to stab him in the heart, and then he's like, I said my father didn't use magical weapons. I never said I did it. And then you see his sword just flash and cut their necks.
Yeah, that was messed up, because he clearly didn't want to do it. He really wanted to teach a new generation of and like the problem with these characters is like, they grew up their whole lives like not trusting people and stuff, and feeling that Alucard is no different than anyone that they've encountered before. But it was also like they were really pushy, like really eager, and I think that's what got the best of them. I didn't like them. I didn't like these two characters.
No?
Mm-mm. They were the weak point of the season for me.
I can see that, but I feel like it was all about Alucard for me, so whatever attention I paid to those characters was enough.
Well,
like it was.
Well, you know how it was established that like Alucard really starts taking care of these people.
Mm-hmm.
Like where they're like feeding him, they're like Alucard is feeding them and stuff, and I don't know, like when they start talking about how like, oh, he's lying to us, and like they start making their like when the story starts basically setting them up for the betrayal, that like I had pretty much like lost interest in these characters. Because like it just kind of just came down to them like not having enough faith in Alucard, even though Alucard never lied to them and gave them basically he was basically setting them up to be the next generation of vampire hunters, and give them everything that they needed. And I don't know, I get the point of the story, and I told you, I took the time to digest it. I just didn't care for them. I thought that they were kind of weak.
Yeah, they were just one more power hungry. In the end, there were one more power hungry character.
Oh yeah, and that's true because they said that like, well, now that Cho's gone, we can start our own empire or something like that. And they were so fixated on moving that castle, so they wanted to take over the castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was their fixation. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, yeah.
They kept asking Alucard about like, is there really no way to move the castle?
Yeah, and he's like, I'm not planning on going anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Alucard was your favorite part of the season then? Like his storyline?
His storyline, because it's setting him up for something.
Yeah, I definitely want to see where he goes from here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that I don't think that there's gonna come back. I don't think that there's coming back from this. I think that he is like unless he gets to meet his version of Lisa. I think that he's basically gonna be more or less like his dad. In his own way, of course, in his own respective way. But I think that he's gonna be more weary of people.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he's definitely gonna think twice now.
Mm-hmm.
He's no Hector.
God, I hope not.
Yeah, no, one thing too, the reason it got me so much is because I remember how they said that he aged really fast. So he's still he's got the body of like a 20-something-year-old, but he's still probably a teenager.
I don't remember that. But
yeah, and I believe that it was like late first season, early second season that they mentioned that he grew up really fast. And actually Silpha mentions like, no wonder you have a temper. I'm probably talking to a teenager right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't remember it, but
and like you have to remember it was in the very beginning of the show, when they show Eliza going to Dracula's castle, it says 10 years later, and that's when she's getting burned.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, and he does have the body of a 20-year-old. Wow.
And then 1 year later is when Dracula starts, so if anything, he's like 11.
Yeah, I had completely forgotten about that detail. And so what's the point?
He's a young kid.
Maybe that's why he's so alone.
He has no social interaction.
Yeah. Yeah, I just really want to know how he's going to link back up with the other two characters.
Hey, hopefully season 4 answers that question.
I'm
really looking forward to watching it.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm probably gonna start the first episode tonight when we're done.
Yeah, same. Well, after my little Walmart trip, but yeah, I'll do that. Oh, dude! Before I forget, the reason I'm going to Walmart, I was at work, and I don't know how, but I think a nail got caught in my pants or something. It ripped them so bad, dude. It went from like the middle of my ass to my gooch, because it got caught, and I was walking away. I just hear, you just hear the rips. Yeah, I was like, holy shit.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I had to throw them away. It's like they're unfixable. So right. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go do now. So I had to work for like 2 hours. I wasn't about to leave for some ripped pants. I was like, fuck it. So I just freeballed it.
That's funny,
it is what it is, man. But yeah, tonight, first episode of season 4 for sure.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm totally down for it. I was actually thinking about just starting it anyways, and then and just trying to keep my thoughts like specifically on season 3. But I'm always afraid that I'm gonna end up like mixing something up from like future content into like what we're talking about, you know. And I think I almost did that when we were doing the season 1 review.
Yeah. I mean, I would think it's allowed. Those 2 seasons have been out for a long time now. Well, relatively speaking, for online content.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be fair. It's just I didn't watch the second season, so at the time,
Yeah,
so I didn't really remember what was in it, but it happens with these 2 seasons though. Since season 4 literally came out the week we started recording.
you're right. Yeah,
Yeah, so
it's kind of how we ended up on this series.
In the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, man. So far, I would say that season 3 is my favorite, and
Same. Yeah.
mm-hmm. Season 1 was really good. I really liked it, and I had a lot of fun when we discussed it. And season 2 was just kind of I found it kind of it was also slow, right?
Season
2.
2?
Yeah, like the beginning felt really slow.
Yeah, it was. It has very slow moments, unfortunately.
Yeah, but this one, this one, I was good with this one. Yeah. Alrighty, man. Alright, so here's hoping that season 4 can continue with the momentum that's built up in season 3. And hopefully with that we finish our Castlevania series review.
And that's going to be concluded next week, you guys.
Awesome.